Man. Oh, I guess we're live now.
What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Bro Talk. It's me, Jeffrey Komikhan, and my homie Tony Sanders, as always.
What is up, guys? How y'all doing? And we're just goofing off, hanging out, and pretty much just talking about stuff that we're doing. So now we were going to talk about Raw and Slab because, like, I am I kind of do both, but more like on the Slab side. Like, if I find something like, all right, say I find something that's interesting that I want to keep preserved, I'll slab it. But then there's like stuff that like this, like I got it
What
raw
up,
and slab.
issues?
Got it raw and slab, so I don't know, man. It's like
Well, it's just one of those things. Like, what do you want? Like for me, it's more about like I want more for my money. Sometimes, like when you buy slabs, you're talking about more expensive books. So it depends on where you're at in your collection too. Like I know the more that I get, the less of random books I'm looking to buy, and I'm looking to buy, I guess you would say, the bigger ones, the more expensive ones. So when you start dealing with that, then you do start thinking about getting certain ones, slabbed and taken care of.
And it's like I don't know, like to me it's like some books like when my sister was here, she questioned, she was like, and my brother-in-law too, because he's a businessman, so he was like, he was looking at it on the investment side of it, but he was asking me, he was like, so how do you read them? And I was just like, digital, or if you can get a reprint, or whatever you can get, but I just kind of laughed, I was like, it's pretty much to preserve them and keep them to where you can get the best out of your, the bang for your buck.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I'm the same way, man. Like the few books that I own slabbed, or half of them were gifts from this guy right here, and then the other ones are like, ones that are like big parts of my collection, like my Incredible Hulk collection. But I mean, a raw book is going to be at least half the price, if not less than half the price of that same book slabbed. So and like if you really want that book slabbed, then maybe do it yourself. Like I see certain situations where you can get a book that looks like it's probably a really good condition, but it's raw, and you can get it for a lot cheaper than that book in that condition slabbed already. So
yeah, that is true. And like I've like this book right here, this is one that I bought it raw, and I paid like $40 and had it slabbed myself, and it came back a 9.2, which was a good investment on my end, I think. And I don't know, it wasn't a bad deal, but it's just like it was a book that I wanted to preserve and keep. But hold on a second. Don't think that I forgot. Because I did not forget.
Forget.
No, I can't forget my boy JD, because JD had to voice his opinion on this one too, and I do want to hear JD's opinion on this. And if you have an opinion you want to voice on here too, you can.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll get you on here. We are back, and we're going to do the format as we originally planned to do, where it's, if you want to get on and talk with us, you can get on and talk with us. That's what we're going to do. So I sent the invite to JD, so he should be hopefully jumping on soon. But yeah, that book was like something that I see as an investment, like, and plus it's something that's, a cool book to have anyway, to slab it or whatever. But like, my 300, I got to read it digitally. So, but it's.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, it's preserved. Like there are certain books that you absolutely do want to keep preserved for sure.
Oh yeah.
What's up, JD?
What's up, JD?
Who that's in the chat? What's up, brother?
Look at these two guys. How we doing?
Oh, pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Jeffrey, you were absolutely hitting the nail on the head. I'm doing the same thing, but on a whole nother level now.
Oh, I can only imagine the
level. I have made a decision to break these 40,000 comics down to 10,000, and then go start doing that. And what I'm doing is I've got a new bug. It's a big one. It's original art now. It's original art bugs.
Hey, no, let me tell you something about some original art. Like, I went to New York Komikhan and I got bit by that bug too. Like, I mean, it's not nearly on the same level as like I didn't get any original art. I got some prints, but like for me, that's where I got to start is the prints. You know, getting them signed.
Oh yeah,
but the original art is so amazing. Like I'm on it too. Like, and I was not an art guy either.
Right. I am not. I was not.
Well, JD, like me and you draw, so we look at it at a different angle, and it's like, and I look at the original art, it's like it's beautiful, man, and it's like I like it, and it's just like, but boy, when I see them prices, I'd be like,
I'm trying to sell one more book to pay for something to try to get something by Friday for your show on Friday, and it is by far it's it.
It's awesome, right?
It's not. It doesn't have to be the most expensive. That's the best part, because it is something that I have. And you would know, Jeffrey, exactly what it's from, and so would you, Tony. You would know so what it's from. Like show you, you'd be like, "You're sick." I sold so much shit, man. I sold so far like Avengers 48. You know that first Damon Whitman, the one I brought to Baltimore. Sold that thing right away. It's too hot of a book, man, to keep, and if you don't know what it's like with Avengers, man, that freaking Ultron killed me. But anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Oh yeah. So I did send you the link. So just check to see if you got it.
It's all you seam it out. The whole room is you seam it out right now.
I see that.
Yeah. That's my new baby right here.
Right, Goat. Okay, so on that note, let's Goat brings up. I don't know. Just made me think about this. Like most of the books, all the books that I have slabbed are like they're like really sentimental books. Like they're books that will never leave my collection. You know what I mean? And that's part of why they are slabbed and were bought slabbed, and the other half were gifts. And like you give me a gift, I'm not giving.
Correct.
I'm not getting rid of that gift ever. Like, and it doesn't matter what it is; it won't leave my collection if it was a gift. And so for me, that's what slabs are. Slabs are those books that I know that I'm gonna have forever. Like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Now it's become. I'm gonna flat out say it's become a resource now for me to get. It's not the books not gifts, but like slab books that aren't Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange. You know, not my main ones like my Spider-Mans. I was sitting here going, Venom is never going to be as hot as he is right now. All this stuff is never. Punisher, it's right. The Punisher I might have been wrong on, but I traded my Punisher away for that. So the one I just literally had that Punisher for 2 weeks, and I'm like, and a guy asked me, I saw this original art piece, and he's like, well, I'll take that Punisher for it, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. Sold.
Yes, that's the way you do best is when you get those trades.
Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about that. I'm honestly, if I won the hunt with that thing, I probably would have cared for it more.
Wow, what's up, Hialeah?
If I won the hunt with that Spider-Man AISM 129, I would have kept it as a sentimental book. Now it just pissed me off that I lost with that.
It made like a double appearance. That's why I got on Komikhan that day. I was like, "Oh, we see that you're."
That was great. I was like, with him when he got it. He actually almost got mine.
Oh, that's what he was saying. Yeah, that is true.
And I said,
I heard
that one. That's a better deal.
So, like, all right, I'm gonna show you a book that I've been sitting on, and like a couple books I've been sitting on that I have not slabbed, but like everybody I see is like either slabbing them or trying to flip them, and it's like. This is one of them, like this right there.
Oh yeah, that book's heating up. I'm not sure why, but it is heating up, right?
And like this is one I'm debating on sending to get slabbed, and it's like but not that one. That's I had to get it. Not the gold balls. That's not going to be worth.
Gold balls.
No, that's just Scotty Young up there.
Yeah, but the Scotty Young is cool though. If you don't got this variant, this is the variant I like.
I do not. I have the original one.
Scotty Young's like this big.
Yeah. I scored mine in a 50-cent bin bam. I was like, yeah.
My goal is to put them all around my kids' room when they they're destroying the house right now, so they're not. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing, Tony. These are the books I'm sending in to get slabbed.
Oh snap! That's a good one. I got
stuff
that.
I never thought I would ever slab. I mean, stuff I never wanted to slab, but these are more protecting right now because they're just ridiculously high in value. Hunt winner.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then my two final. I'm gonna slab the other two of the Silver Surfer. I'm not gonna slab all of them, but these two I've been sitting here.
What's the deal with Silver Surfer 2? It's like
I love it.
It's like a book that's like sometimes it's money, sometimes it's not. It's like
here it is. It's the Badoon. So you got the Kree and the Skrull and the really if you fed a Skrull after midnight, you get a Badoon. That's the best way to put it. You know, if you want to take a Gremlin thing, you got a Kree, a Skrull, and so the Kree is the Mogwai. You get it wet, and then eventually, whatever. You feed that fucker after midnight on a Gremlin, and you get the Badoon. And that's a Buscema. That's actually one of my favorite. I got this in 99 at a con. I thought this was cool to get signed at the time. These weren't because it was like he was standing right there signing it, and I'm like, yeah. And then I got the Silver Surfer sketch.
That's cool. I like that.
Literally,
splash pages.
They were selling.
What is up?
They were selling those in packs of cards.
Oh yeah, I think I saw you. You got that.
I got two of them. I'm crazy.
And see, like, here's another book that everybody's getting slabbed, but it's like I got a newsstand copy of it, but I know it's not a 9.8. So
I sold my 9.8. I got $300 for it, man.
Yeah, it's like I wish it was a 9.8. I don't know though, you know.
You never know.
Reggie, not really, because it's got a dog ear, so it's not a 9.8. It's got a dog ear.
At one point, Reggie was like buying every copy that he saw. He was really on that book. Yeah, no, it probably was.
Whoa. What's the man, the myth, the legend, the who that T. What's up, everybody? What's up, man? Been missing my boys, man. Been missing my boys.
Just chilling.
Hey, what happened to the Aints? They're back, huh?
They never were the Aints. That was just an off game. That was just an off game.
I'm a giant.
Congratulations to the man above. Man above, congratulations. But we'll see you Thanksgiving Day.
Oh no, I know. And then I was glad they got the Panthers too. I was like, they got the Panthers too. I was like, yes, that's all I needed. But this is another all right. So
this is my spec book here.
What?
So I think
the note was it?
The Corruptor. Yeah, it's a Thor cover, but it's got the Corruptor on it. But if you're gonna make Nova appear, wouldn't you have him appear with the Guardians of the Galaxy? That's my theory, and that's what Thor's gonna be. So it's kind of a cool storyline because he sends him to Earth or whatever. He finds out he's from Earth, and that's how. Maybe I don't know. He's looking for Jane Foster and all this shit.
Yeah, because
there's in this book, the one here, this is the one where Jane Foster returns. After she's in 136, this is 231. So she's gone for 5 years in the comics.
So
what else you getting?
Who that on the slabbing versus your raw? Do you have more raw or slab books?
Oh well.
Who that's what?
Is he froze?
Yeah, I was like, what happened? Everything froze.
Okay. Say it on your. Do you have more raw or slab books? Which one do you have more of?
I have more raw books. The books that I'm collecting to keep for a long term are most likely going to go slabbed. But I have a few smaller ones that I was talking to Splashface, who was in the chat. I was telling him certain books I do want to keep raw, but I want high grade raws, like Black Panther #1. I want to, start I want to do like that little Black Panther when Kirby did and stuff like that. But the shop by me has it slab for 9.4, but I'd rather get a raw 9.4. I mean that's a book. It's like the Turtles book I have. I was telling Splash too. It's like I want to get those slabbed, the 1 through 5, but I want to keep 1 through 5 raws because I have a couple sets. But I have more raw books at this point right now.
You get that first. What's it? The first 9 books, the BP. when Black Panther, the first 9 of that whole arc, everything else, that's the one you need.
I want to get the 1 through 10. I want to get 1 through 10.
Oh, yeah, you got to do the finale. Yeah.
That shop by me has like 2 through 8 or 9, and nobody's trying to pick them up. So I was like, I got time to get them. But I have more raw books up.
I look over there because I'm up to that year. I'm up to that year right now of going through all my books.
I'm getting more raw books now than I did. But
I mean, the ones that are like certain books, I have to get slabbed. You know what I mean? Like, Turtles 1, stuff like that.
All right.
Slab this? Should I slab this? I got this yesterday. I think it's fine plus, if not very fine minus. And it's the first Doctor Strange full body. Look at that! Look who that's there. What do you think I should slab that?
It's an early Fantastic Four book. If it looks nice,
Kirby. It's definitely needs a press. Definitely needs a press, but that's about it. It looks really good. Colors are real good.
And see that everything Fantastic Four, I think 52 and down. If it looks nice enough, it's slab worthy. Because especially if you're gonna move it, if you're gonna eventually move it. I don't like to argue back and forth with people. Like I'm almost feel like ETA Dick in a way. Like it's a certain grade, but they don't agree with you. Guess what? If the slab says 8.5, it's 8.5.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's something here, who that this is, and Tony, you would do this too. Any Spider-Man early 12-cent Spider-Man crossovers, you got to get them, right? Because that's like the only of this run. After you get through the first one, which Tony, I showed Paul, Midwest Comic Man was here this weekend. Him and his family came in, and he was playing with the books, and he's like, and we went through the Doctor Strange, and he goes, "Where's one?" I'm like, "Right there on the wall, right back here." Before I moved the screen. And he's like, "Which one's that?" I said, "That's the one Tony Sanders gave me." He's like, "Man, that's beautiful." It is ridiculous.
I got a Doctor Strange number 2. It looks like a 9.0. It is nice.
I love these things, man. I completed that run yesterday. I traded away Avengers. Here's a good example. Avengers 195 and 196. Remember that book I got for free? And the free book and the 196 George Perez? Bang. Sold them both, got that Fantastic Four, all this stuff, and $22 cash back. I'm like, oh, and a Monster Frankenstein one. You see that, Mike Blue? That's a good book.
I traded my Nova one. And
I kept mine, dude. I got it slabbed. I got it at 8.5, but I'm okay.
Well, I got it slabbed too, but it's up to 9.6. Oh. There's not 100% knowing what's going to happen. So I said, while it's high, got out of it. So I think I did good. It's not the hunt yet, so I can't show what I got.
Yeah. So that's true. It's like I got a raw book that I can't even show. Like lately, I don't know. I've been buying like a lot of raw books, but like
what is Hustlemania? Is the hunt this week and then Hustlemania?
Well, we were supposed to do the.
What up, Barbarian?
We're supposed to do the retirement of Jeffrey.
Yeah,
and then I believe like the 20. I don't know. Like we could do the Hustlemania on the 23rd or either the 22nd, either one. But so I thought the 22nd we were going to do the retirement of Jeffrey, and then like.
We do Hustlemania 23rd. I will be there.
Yeah, 23rd. Yeah, we can do it the 23rd.
You heard it. Well, we will be there.
Wait, is that when you guys play each other?
Yeah.
No. The 23rd is better because my sister's getting married on the 22nd.
Okay, that'll work. Hey. We'll do it on 23rd because it'll be what we retire where we do the retirement Hall of Fame for Jeffrey, and then we 23rd we'll do the Hustlemania, which will be I'll be doing I'll do like a giveaway too. I'll be giving something away. I'll figure out what it is. I'm giving away probably money or something. Who knows?
Hey, well, we can talk more about it. Let me know, man. I won't mind donating, contributing to the cause, man. I'm part of the crew, so
yeah.
This is something big. It's a year,
and you've been a part of it too. Even though like you just officially joined this year, but I mean, like you've been a part of it. Like you've come on, y'all
made me step up my game. I wasn't even on the show yet.
Man, we always joke about how it evolved.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
And now we're just stepping it up a notch. Now I got more shit. I got to step it up.
Yeah, I was like, that was funny. It's like I love when y'all bring in the original art, and it's just like, hey, wait, it's like it's hilarious. It's like it's great to look at though. It's like, hold on, let me see. Because I'm trying to look at the same time. I'm trying to cut a promo on it. I'm like,
I mainly do it because I want to show people, show it off, and then it gives me a break. and then the last one didn't work as well. The last one we did it, I had the art picture showing. Yeah. But I was trying to have it showing because I'm gonna go to the restroom. And then I kept hearing y'all go, "What is that? I can't see. What is that?" I gotta come back. So I turned it because I was like, I thought it was perfect with bending point in the middle finger.
But it was a good drawing though. I did like that sketch.
Dude, that was $30. $30, and he watercolored and everything.
Damn. So yeah. So anyway, all right. So this is a book that was slabbed. I bought slabbed or whatever. And like, I'm glad it's slabbed and like it needs to be slabbed. But like these are like like this. I see like that. I see like keeping slabbed or whatever. But like, if I had a raw copy of it, like,
See, that's the type of books I was like kind of trying to hint at. Like, I would have slab, like Silver Age keys or books that are like in kind of almost investments when you think about it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have those slabs because like
said, like sentimental books. Like I believe Thor versus another hero cover, right? So that Nova makes sense, right? I got a few other ones. I got Jeffrey knows about this one. Yeah, that's one of those. I got all of them. I got the Western. My goal was to get them all really high grade. Each one of them heroes, like my 112 is like a 7.5, but everything else is really, really good. I got the Iron Man. I got everybody. I got a Daredevil. So.
Nice. Anyway, what up, Rod?
I'll be right back.
Hey, what's up?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's like me doing the image thing where I get out the image. And like nobody wants, but I want them. I want them. So
for sure.
So I'm going and getting them done. So it's like, then you got my Wildcats Jim Lee sign, and these are books like some other people wouldn't slap, but I would. Bam, like that, like my New Warriors #1. Who would slap that? I bought it slabbed, but the only reason because it's signed by Stan Lee. But that's the only thing. Like I told my son one day, I was like, that's the only thing that makes that book special to anybody besides me. That it's signed by Stan Lee. To me, it's a special book because I like New Warriors. So that is right. Like, oh, that's cool. He's a Superboy. JD.
Got so much.
Is that
no? I just noticed the picture.
Yeah,
Slash talking about no slabs. Slash got slabs in his collection. I think it's only one or two though.
Probably. Like, now what's funny is like I have this raw and I'll keep it raw. The first appearance of Polaris.
See, that's a good one. Unless you got it signed by I'm drawing a blank.
Steranko,
then I would say get a slab. But
and like I keep it like, but what's funny is the 50 is signed and slab. So that's like, but this one, her first appearance, I'll keep raw. But the other one, because it's just such a cool cover, I was like slab it,
Yeah, I'm trying to dwindle down I shouldn't say slabs. I've been going more into the process of getting key books that a lot of people are after, or even, to move to get bigger books. So that's what I've been doing lately. I've been concentrating on that. And then slab books, it's harder for my daughter to destroy.
Yeah,
that's true.
That
is
true. You can rip the book in half. I mean, she turned this. I wish I had one of the books next. Oh, here we go. She got this for free, and this was like a near mint. It's a little story, but let's see if I can show it. If I can see it more in the back. If you can see those, you can kind of see those indents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It really looks worse than that when you can't really tell, and it's not flat anymore.
What's up, Mr. Gretzky? Kenny, Komikhan 84. What is going on, brother? Good to see you guys.
So So now, all right, Disney has dropped Disney Plus. The TiVo and the Lords of the Long Box been talking about, all the stuff that's going to be on there. And I've been watching it for like the last couple of days. And the only thing that I was super like happy about, like besides all the cool shows on there, was Baby freaking Yoda. And if you ain't seen Baby Yoda,
I've seen pictures. I haven't seen the show yet.
Real good. Show is real good. Real good.
Mandalorian, I'm about to say Mandalorian has piqued my interest. My kids are into it. I'm into it right now. And like
my daughter's watching Toy Story 3 right now.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're watching. Up. I never seen Up, and Up was actually a really good animated movie.
So like
the Wall-E was real good.
Yeah.
Hey JD, they have Silver Surfer on there.
Right?
The cartoon.
I've already seen it. Remember, I was telling you guys. I said, "You guys ever see the Silver Surfer cartoon?" And so many guys, no. And Tony was like, "Yeah, I remember that." I said, "You know, Whitney Thanos seemed in it. It looked like such a bitch."
Yeah, and it was funny. I was watching.
The actress was so good.
I was watching the first episode with my kids, and they were like, "What's up with Thanos?" I was like, "This is the cartoon." Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of cool, but you realize death is right behind him the whole time. Like he keeps going back to death every time. I like the one with Drax.
Yeah, I got it for free too. Verizon.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it for free too, because like I'm gonna straight say, because like my nephew's paying for it, because like he gets stuff free from me though, like Hulu and some other stuff. But like now it's like he was like, "Oh, I got Disney." I was like, "Yo, I got Disney." So
it's funny. This is my Twitter on the day it happened, and I don't tweet ever. But
what up, babe? Comic books NYC. So no, I can totally see myself like falling to sleep every night watching the old X-Men animated cartoon, just like putting it on and just like passing
like
out.
I've watched like Darkwing Duck. I've watched. I've watched like.
Let's get dangerous, man. Let's get dangerous.
Yeah, I've watched like all kinds of crazy shows. Just like
let's get dangerous.
My son's been binge watching Gravity Falls. He's been watching that, and
Gravity Falls, good.
Yeah. And like,
right, Bake. See,
and it's like as a streaming service as a whole, like to me, it's like it seems better than the DC streaming service. So I mean, like it's got a lot more.
Seems better. It's way better. I'm sorry. You gotta be honest. Like,
it is.
DC has the comics too. So.
Oh look, Big Snakes at Rescue Rangers.
Yeah. Chip in down.
I mean, they made Netflix so nervous that Netflix made a deal with Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that is true. And to me, it's like, man, like I was going through, and like I thought I went through all the movies, and then like I was like, oh, that's just the featured movies. I'm like, let me go back and I checked again, and I was like, there's like more movies, like the Vault. I like the Vault. That is cool because like you can go in there and watch the movies that like you can't get on DVD. So it's like Pinocchio, Bambi, all that stuff. You can go watch those movies if you have that service. You know?
So
over or under, Disney stops releasing DVDs in 3 years.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say yeah, because they're gonna make you go to the streaming service. They're gonna make more money.
That's what I said. I think it's the under too. I think it's the under 3 years.
I can see it being 2.
Animated princess movies, animated whatever movies are going to be on Disney Plus only.
Yeah, give them a year to phase out
thing happened, but Little Mermaid is definitely going to be on Disney Plus. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I would not be surprised. I never thought about that, but that I can totally.
That's what I've been thinking about. It's like all kind of stuff I wanted to talk about on my channel. I just don't have time. And that's like one of the stuff like talking about Disney Plus, because I only recently got it maybe a Sunday or month. No, not Sunday. Maybe Friday or Saturday. Because I got it from Verizon and I didn't bother about rushing to get it. Then I watched Mandalorian, which was. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Like I shouldn't say I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan boy of Star Wars. I like stuff. I like more movie lover, TV show lover. So when I watched the first episode, I was hooked. I was like, this is like a Western bounty hunter in the future.
What up, Puff? Good to see you, brother.
And the 50-year-old baby Yoda was amazing.
It kind of reminds me of like the combination of a samurai movie / a Western. Well, that's what they were all based on, spaghetti Westerns and samurai movies. Those Kithiara
spaghetti Westerns. What is that?
Spaghetti Western.
Hang them high, fistful of dollars.
Fistful of dollars. I mean, it's literally fistful of dollars. Half that show.
Yeah. So it's like, that Mandalorian is like one that I'm.
And I don't know if we can talk spoilers.
I don't know.
I mean, how long has it been out?
Like it's the second episode. I mean,
on the TV without seeing you know who.
I already did mention Baby Yoda, but he's all over. He's all over the dog.
He's all over the internet.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Baby Yoda by now,
well, they did show the trailer. The bounty hunter, the robot bounty hunter, was awesome.
Yeah, that was too. Like Cat Rin posted like 3 or 4 pics of Baby Yoda. I was like, okay, so if you haven't seen Baby Yoda, you've seen it now. But yeah, Baby Yoda is cool, man. So it's like, I like it. And then like the story, like when he, I'm about to just say this one part, like when he got hurt, and then like the Baby Yoda got out of the thing and was like trying to heal him, and he kept putting him back in the crib.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, that's cool as hell. So to me, yeah, it was a pretty good show. I liked it, and I'm waiting for the episode 3. So it's one that I'm looking forward to. It's like to see them doing their own, like their own shows and stuff like Netflix does and stuff. It's gonna be kind of cool. And then like
with those two episodes, now I'm like, I was already excited for like the Marvel stuff. Now I'm overly excited for the Marvel stuff because how the Mandalorian looks. So I can't wait for Captain, Winter Soldier and Cap. You need a new Captain America. Can't wait for that though. I'm like, man.
No, the Black Hole movie is on the streaming service. It is on there. Gretzky,
what's that? What's the Black Hole movie?
It's like this movie like they're in space and it's got like these robots. I gotta watch it again because I hadn't watched since I was a kid. But Black Hole is on there. I've seen it on there, but I just hadn't.
Some like sci-fi thing or something.
Yeah, it's like a sci-fi movie or whatever.
They're still working on adding more stuff because there's a lot of stuff that's probably not on there.
The Navigator,
the Proud Family. Some of the Proud Family's not on there.
Old Talks isn't on there because I tried to click on it and it said coming in 2020 or something like that. Because it actually said something to do with like contract, like something to do with like issues like contracts or something to do with
licensing contract.
Yeah. So they were like 2020 is when it's coming. So I was like,
let me show y'all the book that I forgot to show last hunt. So I'll probably show it again because I didn't get that much stuff. But this is a book talking about Slabbed books. This is a book I want. I wanted in my collection the Slab, and I wanted near, a 9.0 or higher. Had 8.5s, had signed, all kind of different stuff. So I finally got it off a comic link.
Oh, that's the book I was just talking about to get now. It's like,
I remember because I started looking for that book when you were talking about it, Tony.
It's on the downturn because this book in this grade, and JD will tell you, was over $1,000.
Yeah, you can't find that book in high grade because it's a photo cover and it's got the black cover from here in the back, but turn on the back. Look on the back. Yeah, you see all that stuff. People that cut out that coupon. That's
and it's always dirty back here too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, and then it's an older label too. So I was like, I love that. So I'm not saying I'm going to crack and press it, but I have been lucky on Comic Link with these labels, these Gen 2.
Yeah, you get Gen 2s, or you buy CBCS if you can.
When it first came out.
9.4s and 9.6 CBCSs or 9.2s. Just don't even press them. Just press them and sit in the CBC. You go up.
Yeah, the spine is tough on this book. It actually doesn't have ticks. It has a little color loss.
The problem I have a decision to make with this one. This one is a pedigree label.
Oh, I got that book, but I don't have it.
Yeah.
I got it wrong. I got it wrong.
9.6 white. I'm pretty sure I could get a 9.8 or higher white. It's the Western Penn pedigree one. And I just want to send it off, but CBC said that they'll transfer the pedigree.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave it alone. I would leave because I'm in the same.
But I don't think it's going to get a 9.8 anyway because I keep thinking I just got lucky on this one. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the same predicament because I got that Pennsylvania Dutch collection, that Hulk 182.
Yep.
And I can tell, you look at it, I can tell it hasn't been pressed. So I'm like, this is a 9.4 all day.
Oh yeah.
But, I don't want to press it. It's not going to keep the collection. And then I got it for an awesome deal.
Old school slab here.
Old school slab. So I'm just happy to have it. I need to get I got hooked Jeffrey, thank you. I want 181 and 180 now because I'm like on the Hulk thing now. Hulk train.
See? Yeah.
Every time I watch his videos now, I'm like, man, I need more Hulk books.
Yeah, he gets you with that stuff, man. I'm telling you. You be buying
books. Here, Houdat. I don't know what you think about this. Is a 7.0 old school slab. It's early Craig Swan Batman. There's not that many of Kurt Swan Batman, and it's real good. It's Phil Fingers did the story, so it's old school Batman right there. See the hammer of Thor right there? That's Mjolnir. That's Batman's version of fighting Thor. The only one I could find, but I found one. And
that's an old delay. I guarantee you that was not pressed or clean.
No.
Because people like those older books, people like back then they're like, I'll just send it and it looks good, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I was one of them. Which one? Duh. That one. That's the first. That's one of the first 4 because you joined CGC, you got a coupon. You didn't get money. You got a coupon for 4 books, and they didn't have all these different tiers like they have now. They had like 3 tiers, maybe 2.
Yeah.
2 tiers.
They probably had 2 tiers.
Yeah. You could send the high expensive books. So anything over, I think it was $200 or more, went to the high grade, and then everything was less. They didn't do modern.
This book right here, I got raw, and I sent it to CGC to get slabbed because it's like one of those books where it's like, if you find it, they say slab it, and it was like it didn't come back to 9.8, so it's not the money book, but it's still up there.
Money book.
Oh yeah, the Adam Blue Marvel.
Yeah.
I need to check my buddy shop who has the biggest back issues I've ever seen, and he might have that book somewhere in one of his boxes.
So it's like a 9.8. It's like a couple $100 or something like that, I think.
I found that you remember that Green Lantern I showed on the hunt, like just to mess around.
Yeah.
That one, this one.
Yeah.
I found that at my buddy's shop. It was like he has the books, the back issues, and it was at the bottom of the table underneath stuff. I'm flipping through. I said, "Oh, let me see if they got 48, 49, 50, and all that." So I was like, "Oh, they got it," and it was like, "Man, let me save this book." It came back and
I had elephant covers just because they have elephants on them.
Yeah, so I was just like,
problems.
Like out of DC, Green Lantern is kind of one of my favorite characters.
Him and Booster Gold, man. I don't care what people say because
I was going to ask you about Booster Gold. When did he appear? What team did he join first?
He never joins. He joins the Justice League. They get their butt kicked. I posted the issue on Instagram before. It's like they get their butt kicked. I think it's like Justice League either 4 or 5 or something like that. But they get their butt kicked, and then like he happens to be there like doing a tryout, and he like saves them somehow, like stupidly saves them, and then they offer him a spot on the team, and then he ends up being on the Justice League. Because
that's what happens on the DC app, in the cartoon on the DC app. I'm like, how the heck did Booster Gold get to the Justice League that quick? He didn't have any tryout with anybody else. No Teen Titans. No. He got drafted by the Yankees.
Yeah.
Anytime in the B team.
What up, 36 Chambers? Good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining.
That's an awesome name. I don't even have tattoos.
It is. Like Conan book. Yes.
Yeah. This is Bernie Wrightson before he did any comic books. He was 19. There's 1,000 of these books, like hardcover old schools. These are from Baltimore. Dust Wrapper is by the work of a young artist, Baltimore local artist, Bernie 19. Yeah, it's 1968, old school. So if you're a Bernie Wrightson fan, this original art is up for sale right now on Comic Link on the 19th.
So, man, I don't know. So there's a lot of, I don't know, like, I haven't been buying a lot of books. I have, but like not a lot of books, but like there's been a lot of spec books out lately. It's like, and it's like
I haven't bought much of anything lately. I picked up some of my pool list, but that's about it. Like,
no, it was funny. Like,
Super Black was a really good storyline, and now the Thor is good. But other than that, I'm pulling just that new one, Undiscovered Country. That's a real good book.
So look, I'm still sitting on this book right here. So like, is this a book that you would that you would send in to get slabbed or whatever? Like,
I have 2 Silver Silver Black slabs. A Titan Crane signed, and the Buscema variant one. This one.
Because it's like, I just
this one. Who that? You remember when I showed you this one? I said on your show, I said, "Do you think I should do something with this?" And you're like, "Slab it." There's not that many of them. There's like one, and that is
a good one though.
This is a remastered one, and then I have the other one. It's on its way back from CGC. I got it in Baltimore. I had it signed by CGC. It's the only CGC book I got. Only Signature Series book I got at Baltimore.
Yeah, that's
I'm pretty sure it's a 9.8. Pretty sure it's going to be a 9.8, but I'm waiting on that. It's that Clayton Crane, Silver Black #1.
See, because like I've been just like holding that one. I don't know. It's just like that one.
Well, this is what I say about that one.
I love that. It's good.
What I say about that one is look at the prices on eBay of what they're selling for, and then compare to how much it's going to cost you to send that book and make it graded. It's going to cost you almost $30 to get it graded.
Yeah,
I mean, it might have that waviness with those new books, so you might want to get it pressed. So that's another $10. So you're looking at $40. So, I would say if it's under $100 for a 9.8, I would just buy the 9.8 and keep the one to flip through. That's just how I look at it, because you don't want to take that chance. You got to ship it to CGC. They got to ship it back to you.
Dangerous, man.
Oh Lord, yes.
This is the one I'm going to slab to put next to it, because that's what they all remind me of. Is this that Silver Silver Black Tony shows, that Chad Moore cover? That's what this reminds me of. That's why I'm one of those guys who says if you find a slab copy for like 30, like 46 bucks, pick that up and just read that one.
Hey, shouts out to Gomez, the comic collector. What's up, bro? So man,
let me show you my spec books. I'm gonna grab my spec.
Well, like this one, like everybody's been flipping out about this one. Stained glass. Oh, that one too. Yeah.
Really? I have that signed. I have that signed by
So do I.
So is he? Yeah. Like,
I've been saying, like, not that this is a good story or anything. It's total respect, but he's gonna be in the future. And I don't know. Everybody's been talking about his appearance in Immortal Hulk, so. It's still pretty cheap if might as well try to grab it now if you're looking for some of the stuff.
Tony, by the way, I'm with you on this one. I'm torn.
Yeah, see, yeah.
I love Chad Moore's artwork.
And I'm like, I don't know, I just have like random books that are like, like that I have from collecting, and it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, this book is worth triple what you paid for it. So do you want to keep it, or do you want to get rid of it?
I sold in the last week Avengers 96, 48, a bunch of them. I sold a bunch of books just to get and everything else now, because I'm a fool. I'm a fool if I don't think that this is ridiculously high right now. And a month or 2 months or 3 months ago, it was you could get back to that level. Strike while the iron's hot, bird and hammer, two in the bush, whatever you want to say. If you're going to ride out a wave with a good character, not a villain, upcoming. Like I don't know if Moon Knight's got the same power he's currently got, but I certainly know Spider-Man does. I certainly know 4 does. I don't know so much about Eternals.
And X-Men too. Get these X-Men books.
I would be buying X-Men right now.
That's why I was showing it. It's not really a spec book.
The one I really look at.
I wanted this in my collection before it got too crazy. The prices got too crazy.
What up, Pope?
What's up, Pope?
X-Men 40.
Which one?
Number 40. The Frankenstein.
I had one. I had a high grade one.
41, 42. And I complete the middle run, but I don't have all the X-Men. It's the part that I like. Everybody else likes the later ones. I like those ones. I don't know. They fight monsters and shit. I don't know. I like it. It was more 70s.
So here are my spec books.
Yeah.
I consider that.
I bought most of these from GPAT.
Yeah.
So you got the first appearance of High Evolutionary, Thor 134. This is probably a mid-grade kind, pretty good kind, but it's a good book to be graded, flip as soon as they make an announcement.
Center Kirby Thor. Oh, I just said that.
This is another one. Huh?
Are you grading yours?
Yes. Yes.
I'm grading mine too. This is what I don't know about this book. It's nothing but a great word. Cover presents like a 9+. I mean, it is that nice.
Well, see, this one's like a lower grade. This is probably like a 4.
But I guarantee you, it's not
this one's like a 4.
This will not get a good grade because the back's got staining.
Oh, okay. This one has a cut on it.
Down here, it's production, but there's production marks on the inside over here. So I don't know.
This is a great copy for somebody who's looking for that book. So that's why I wanted. I wanted to get it. I'm gonna get it graded and be down something in. And this is my sleeper. My sleeper spec book. So I got a feeling that they introduce Namor. They introduced Namor. They're gonna do a Tuma, and because he's stronger than Namor and all that other stuff. So I think he would be a good villain to help him cash out on. I have like 3 copies of this. This is probably the worst copy, maybe.
What do you think about the Submariner series, like Tiger Shark and stuff?
Oh, speaking.
Oh yeah, I got that. I already got those.
Got
those graded right now.
Do you think that's a good one? Because I got my whole Defenders run. Here's my theory. I believe the Defenders. I believe the big spec book. If we get down to brass tacks here, the Avengers are done.
First Jay Lee.
First Jay Lee. First Jay Lee.
I got a feeling. I mean, Disney likes money, and Aquaman made $1 billion. So if they see that,
they just brought Submariner back in Immortal Hulk 26. So
I mean, if you think about it, these characters Marvel would love are keeping around. They got years on Strange, years on Hulk, new Subby, Defenders right there, and the best is, you know who joins them right after that? This dude, Silver Surfer, shows up in Defenders 2. He's their Captain America.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one that you do. If you go back in order, what they'll do is they do solo stories. I'm telling you, this is a good one too. And you know what they're doing too? If they're bringing in Nightmare, bringing in villains. You know, I think villains. I mean, Mephisto's a good villain, but it's going to be.
Here's one I've been talking about.
Yeah. Him, you know he's showing up. I mean,
I don't care what your boy said. He might not show up in that movie, but he's coming. He's coming.
They just did that Morbius series too.
What about this? If they do an Avengers, if it's whatever they do, you think Kang's dead?
Man, he'll be their best bet because, I'd like to see.
I mean, you don't want to step down unless you bring in Dr. Doom and we do Secret War.
Yeah.
He would make sense after all this time travel stuff that happened.
Yeah. You mess with time.
You awaken me.
Yeah. This is a low grade copy caused by me personally, right there. I did that.
Hold on.
That Mylar, everybody. Be careful with your Mylar. I did that right there. Other than that, really nice.
Did y'all see the date?
I've done that before, though.
The dates for Marvel.
Well, hang your head in shame. This I did years ago. 2004. I did it for years. I first slabbed my FF48, and I got a 7.0, and then I had it pressed and cleaned 2 years ago, and now I got an 8.0, and it really looks, it's an 8.0, whatever. It's a good book.
Yeah. Did y'all hear the dates about the new, Marvel movies? All of the dates that they dropped?
No, what they do?
2022 to 2023, they're gonna have 4 Marvel movies each year.
What? Saturated.
They announced the dates of all the different movies. So it's 4 movies in 2022 and 4 in 2023. We already know Black Panther's 2022 is in May, I think. So they
doesn't matter. And honestly, it really presents better than that because it only markets no Legend 9.4.
Oh yeah, I've been watching the Fantastic Four on the Disney Plus. They got the cartoon.
There's a little mark. Where is it? Right above the exclamation point. You see it right there? Look at that, some bitch right there.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
It's a blue thing.
Did that too. This is in my introduction of Mylar back in 2004. And then I put them in, and this is part of the first books I got slabbed. These two, my Thor 126 and my Tales of Asgard 1. Tales of Asgard 1 got a 9.6. Thor 126 got a 8.0. This got an 8.0. This got a 7.0, and then I did a click, and then that got a 7.5. This is the only one I redid because I knew that this was the one that would be the best.
Did y'all get your rings from your shops?
Was that Lexus?
Oh yeah.
That's the rings for what's it called? What's the team?
Legionnaires.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the Rock tweeting out that or Instagram and Black Adam like that?
I think that's sick.
Do you think it's gonna happen? Is that the next movie, or we have to wait for 2 more?
I don't know, but I hope
he said that sick. It's coming on Black Adam. I think.
They're supposed to be dropping that thing because he's
not even filming it yet.
I don't know, but like I seen
doing Jumanji too, though.
Yeah, that's my point. He's doing 2 Jumanjis in the time to get him to be Black Adam, and since he's been announced.
I'm surprised that Disney hasn't pulled him to do anything. They've done so much work with him in Moana.
Well, no, apparently there's something for him in the Fantastic Four. Apparently he's in talks, right, for something in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Fantastic Four or something.
Who knows if it's real or not? Nobody knows this stuff. That's the thing. You never know.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, everybody was thinking like Gabriel Byrne for Doctor Strange, I remember, and they said somebody else for Doctor Strange, Christopher Walken for Doctor Strange or something. I'm like, wait a second. Whoever they get, it's going to be something. And then when they announced Benjamin Cumberbatch, it was like, oh no. And then we're like, are you kidding me? He's perfect.
Yeah, that's like when they said Robert Downey Jr. was going to be Tony Stark. I was like, perfect.
You can't do anything better than that. Now, however, there's some that they really shocked me with being good. I'll say the number one, I would say, Chris Hemsworth being Thor. I just couldn't see anybody doing it. I just didn't think I'd ever see it. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. It's still the best. I mean, still the best movie. Like the biggest experience I had in the movie as far as a comic book fan was watching Thor on the big screen.
Well, you know what's funny is like the guy that played Loki, he originally tried to be the Thor character.
Yeah. They tried, but he didn't get it. But they liked him a lot.
And I think I like every casting. I think went well. Chadwick Boseman, I liked him from Draft Day. When he was in Draft Day, he was in 42. He was when he was James Brown and Get On. That was great.
But like the casting was good. All of them are good. Like, well, whenever they first cast, all right. Whenever as a Captain America fan, when they said that the guy that played the Human Torch was going to be Captain America, I lost it.
Yep.
I was like, "You're kidding me? No way! Are you going to have Johnny Storm be?" I was like, "I can't see." And then like after. I wasn't sold on it, like when he did
the. Supposed to be the kid from The Office, Jack.
Yeah. I wasn't sold until like Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is when I was like, okay, this guy has to be Captain America from now on. If anybody else shows up to be Captain America, it's gonna suck.
Winter Soldier is still the best movie of all the Marvel movies. Fight me.
Change my mind. Change my mind.
That's what it is. Change my mind. Winter Soldier is by far the best run of Captain America in comics written, hands down. It is also the best film MCU did. As far as films go, it is a freaking French Connection combination of Marvel. It's ridiculous. It's a better movie. It's the one that deserves to get an Oscar.
Like Civil War, I don't like Civil War. I don't even like Civil War that much compared to Winter Soldier. I like Winter Soldier.
Oh no, I like Civil War. It's my number 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2. It could be number 2.
Civil War is definitely number 2.
I'm sorry, Infinity War is
3. Black Panther's 4. Doctor Strange is 5. Endgame 6.
The beginning of Endgame, best.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I went for the head.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I can't hate on Lebowski Thor because like that was good too. Like
he had PTSD.
that was a great way to send him off.
There you go. This is Winter Soldier right here.
Yeah, right there. That's it.
Linear.
Linear.
Auto
Grotto, yeah. Linear.
Auto de Grotto. Shout out. And I have all the I had that original art from the movie. I had the original art from the comic, and I have the first sketch of what Sebastian Stan was going to look like. I went crazy for that movie. That's where I got. This is the Winter Soldier ship. Oh, I found the certificate of authenticity. Man, I would go with this. I found the certificate of authenticity. It's the plaque here says Captain America, Winter Soldier, 1 of 5. Right here.
I'll just say that, like, I haven't been like
that was a gift.
Thrilled with any of the guys that played Hulk, but I mean, at this point, I'm okay with Mark Ruffalo. He's done a good job.
Yeah, because they need to keep anyway.
Yeah, I think at this point they need to keep him as the Hulk, especially if they do that She-Hulk thing.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I enjoyed Edward Norton as Bruce Banner. I'm sorry.
As far as like physical traits, if you're looking for an actor who kind of resembles Bruce Banner from the comic books, then Edward Norton was the closest they've done yet. Eric Bana, I don't know. I'm not sure anybody could have done that good of a portrayal.
All I know is Disney killed his career.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you want all this? Oh, you want that? Huh? Oh, well, guess what? No more work for you." I haven't seen Edward Norton in anything in a long time.
He's doing his own movies now. He's done one called like Motherless Brooklyn or something like that. It's supposed to be, but he had to produce it all himself. Yeah,
Motherless, I'm broke. That's what it is.
Yeah. So
man, I feel bad for the dude. I love Fight Club and all that.
Yeah.
I liked what's that? Rounders. That was a good one.
Oh yeah,
that was good.
That one.
Oh, People versus Larry Flint. Can't forget that one, man.
That was a good movie. That's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Smut peddlers here. That's what I should do. That's what we should gotta do next year on the hunt. We jump wrestle. We go to movie characters. I could be Larry Flint.
Oh man.
Smut peddlers. The elven peddlers here.
Start doing movie characters. We're gonna involve the show again, guys. We're gonna come up with movie characters. That'd be hilarious.
That would be our movie /TV characters. I just want to be Dave Chappelle. That's all I want to be.
Yeah, good. That'd be hilarious. Like, man. So I don't know, man. Like, to me, like I said, I guess the preference on I guess like you slab new books if you want to make money off of it. You just slab what you want to keep. But raw is fun too. Like, I don't know, like this book right here, I think I'm gonna just keep it raw. Like that one, I'm gonna just keep this one raw probably.
I think either way,
I would keep it raw unless it like pops to be like 9/8 to sell them for $1,000, and I'd say slap it.
Exactly.
Hey, get you a Captain America, Captain Marvel book.
I just checked my CGC, and it's updating right now. It just updated, so I got a 9/8 on that Titan Crane. I'll show you what it looked like. That Silver Surfer Black Cob cover. Yeah, I just checked it. It just updated a little while ago.
So I think though, either way, like however you're gonna do it, if you're slabbing, the best way I'm pretty sure to do it is to have a group of books that you want to get done at one time.
Yeah.
Right.
Pack it together and do all at once, and do them all the same style. So do all
same tier, yeah.
And also your own pedigrees together, do the signatures. You have to do those there anyway, but all that other stuff, you got to be careful of. Don't overvalue your books and pay more for them just to get them back faster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's really
unless it's something that you need, like it's the hot variant right now, get it.
It's a great book and it's really got a short lifespan because it's really you don't know. Yeah, you do that stuff. But unless really key book.
See, I'll give you a prime example of a book that everybody went and got slabbed because like the hype or whatever. But I got it because I liked the cover.
What book? Oh yeah. Didn't you like come up on that book for super cheap too?
Yeah, it was like basically free.
My shop has one on the wall still for $50, and I'm looking and laughing like, ain't nobody gonna buy that for $50 no more. You better sell that for $10 really quick and get some money out of it. Yeah, you found that in a box and nobody wanted it. Oh yeah, I remember that Clayton Crane.
Yeah, I brought this one to Baltimore. I think I showed this on the hunt. This is the only. I got a Spider-Man box, and that was one of the variants in it. Like the only one I got when we all bought one. I said, no.
It's like, oh man, I got something I really want in the box. What's the odds of that?
I quit. I'm out. I got something I wanted, and then I took it to Baltimore and had him sign it right away and dropped it off at CGC when he got there. We talked.
What color did he sign it in? Because you like signing those different colors.
Gold. Yeah, you see it on the top.
Yeah, he's. I never met him to get a signature, but I would definitely like to get his signature because he got a nice signature.
We have him at C2E2, Tony. I ended up getting a Perillo from him.
I don't know, but I'm getting Jay Lee to sign one of these. I'm getting Jay Lee to sign this because I want to have this like.
He's awesome. He's awesome too. He didn't
I have that run with like 5 books out of that run signed by Jay Lee. Not that I think it's the issue after that. What issue is that? 32?
This is 26.
26. Okay, I got like 27 through like 32 signed by Jay Lee.
What?
Yeah, you want one? I'll send you one.
I have only that Wolverine, the one when he's like this, the Jason Aaron run. Mm-hmm. And I have the Inhumans, that Black Bolt when he's like this on the cover. I like that Jay Lee cover. Those are my 2 favorite Jay Lee covers.
So, coming up on Friday, we'll be retiring to the Hall of Fame, Jeffrey Komikhan Henson. And then Saturday, we'll be doing Hustlemania, and it's going to be a lot of people involved, man. It's going to be kind of crazy. We're going to be doing giveaways, so be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be the 23rd, so Saturday. It's going to be regular time like we do the hunt at 10 o'clock, so have your ass up.
Man, we should call... You know what we should do? Because he does ESPN radio. I think he might do it on Fridays. We should try to call Booker T. No, call Booker T. Call in the Booker T and say, "Hey man, we got a guy. He's retired. Can you give him a shout out? He's on a slab down."
Oh,
man. He's not retired. He's retired less times than Ric Flair.
Yeah.
He's retired as much as the legend retired.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to. I'm gonna try to get the legend to get retired too. But be sure to tune in Friday and Saturday. We'll be doing that. And Friday, I'm gonna try to do What's Your Graph Friday. I'm gonna try to do it Friday. No promises, but
who you got on there? Who you got on there?
I got Komikhan Andy. I got Komikhan Andy.
Oh, you got
all right.
Yeah, it'd be Komikhan Andy. So if Friday, I'm probably gonna get it Friday. I gotta talk to Andy, but no guarantees. But
Jeffrey has a better beard than Komikhan Andy now.
What? For like, yeah.
We call him McNugget now.
Hey, I threw in on that beard shave.
That was great.
Yes, that was awesome.
So, guys, this has been Bro Talk, and it's been a lot of pros. And if you ever want to just jump on, let us know in the chat or whatever, and we'll send you the link, and you can jump on and, talk with us, hang out. That's what we're planning to do with this. So, that's what we like to do, just hang out and talk. But you guys have a good one. It's been Bro Talk, and we'll talk to y'all guys next time.
See ya.
All right.